Well, when you put it like that...
No further objections!
I don't know what's up with you.
Then someone used that note to trick Taka. Just the same as me.
Yes.
The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster. Telling people they found a way out.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it?
He was trying to dispose of it.
Stuffed down his pants, no less!
Most likely. Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
He stole it?
Where's your proof? Go ahead, show us.
Come on, Byakuya, shut up! Proof that Hifumi, yeah, where is it?
I got it!
Thank you.
When I searched Taka's body, I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper. If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is...
The note.
I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
Then Taka's scrap and Hifumi's note...
No, we're once one and the same, yeah.
Yup, they're from the same piece of paper.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note.
Yep.
There's only one way to explain it.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from his death grip, leaving behind only one small scrap. Did I get all that right?
That means Hifumi knew the note was important.
And that means he knew who the killer was.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
What the fuck, man?
Whoa. Yeah. After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure.
Wow. I did not expect that one, honestly.
In fact,
But it should have been clear.
he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive.
Sure he is.
Sorry, no. When we found him in the repository, Hifumi was truly and completely dead. The second body discovery announcement proves that.
So then, who killed Hifumi?
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
Ooh, okay, here we
He
go.
was killed in the repository. So he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
Oh, more like immediately.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
Which means he locked himself in with somebody else. Then that person unlocked the door, got out, and told everybody that they found the corpses. I know who did it!
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body. In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Wait, but me and Sakura were together.
Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus!
Oof!
Who are you calling a walrus?
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
You?
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
The weapon?
Yeah, it wasn't... Oh, the spotless hammer.
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all. But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right? So if Hifumi was killed in the repository, the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi, then put the hammer back where they found it. But wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
Wow, you're actually thinking. I was speechless.
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours after
Oh
all.
my god.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
What the fuck?
He's right, though. I don't understand it either. The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments. But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers?
What if they didn't need to?
Personally, I haven't a clue. So which hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
Yep.
then...
Don't overcomplicate it.
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
So then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
I have an idea. The weapon that was actually used to kill Hifumi. The whole picture surrounding this case won't become clear until we figure that out. Somehow I have to find the truth. This should be the final non-stop debate. I know who did it. I fucking know who did it. And I was right. I can't believe that.
What was used to kill Hifumi?
Alright.
Was it Justice Hammer 3? Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out.
Yeah.
How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance!
No.
Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more
What?
info!
Well, one thing seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice
Oh,
Hammers.
okay, I think I know which one.
And,
That's about it.
That's about it. If the weapon used to kill Hifumi really was similar to the weapon used to kill Taka,
What was used? Was it
I think I know which one it is.
There's one, how was the culprit? How did nobody...
Sounds like a Justice Hammer. Check out murdergear.com.
the murder weapon had to be one of the Justice.
There we go.
No, it's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
The murder weapon wasn't a justice hammer at all. No, it was something completely different.
But seriously, a different weapon?
I just had this moment, bro. Are you really trying to steal from me?
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill Hifumi. Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris, but for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean. And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder. If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off. I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones.
I mean, it makes sense. Oh my god, I'm getting a brain fart. I don't know how to say the word. Sculpting? I don't know. You know, the art of making sculptures, you know? That. It requires good hammers.
And even some flat mallet-like ones. I think whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
Of course, they're all missing. Don't you see them? Oh god, I put this in auto.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma file's note about the wounds being similar.
Yeah.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used the hammer to kill him.
Whoever did that is the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him.
God, I got it.
Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him.
Oh, you're trying. You're trying real hard.
The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder. So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
We did talk about how there wouldn't be any reason for anyone to work together. At least, that's what we thought at first, but... Alright, I thought that was gonna be the final non-stop debate, but I guess I was wrong. Okay, yeah, we're not gonna use any of these. It's gonna be memorization.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us,
Yeah.
even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive.
Yeah, that's true.
Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
Okay.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder,
Ooh.
right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
Oh my god. Is the possibility of an accomplice really that insane? Or is there some Hifumi killed Taka! Oh shit! Oh! Oh god!
Based on the rules that have been made, even if more than one, only the one who actually carried out the act, assuming the rule holds true.
There we go! Hifumi killed Taka. Huh.
Since there were 2 murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
What do you mean?
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering. Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Risk versus reward benefit?
It's logic. It's common sense, Makoto. Why are you asking?
The payoff for working together. The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in a scheme. There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you.
Exactly.
However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
Like 2
You're
graduates?
saying that 2 people could act as each other's accomplices to commit 2 separate murders.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime, and based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka. They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
Wow. And then they killed him.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead, each person killed someone, creating 2 separate incidents.
What if Fumi didn't realize was that the victim of the true killer would be him?
And it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look. A single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies. By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
That was fucking genius. I'm gonna have to say that one.
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice.
Exactly.
Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
That's clever.
That's just awful. How could anyone be so cruel?
I mean, yes, just what? Oh, I said it's awful, but from a killer standpoint, that's clever. That's very clever.
You think so? I can't help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
Yeah, about that. The effort made to convince us that the 2 murders were the same. That was the main characteristic this time. Kyoko must have noticed that fact from the very beginning, which is why she said not to look at this as a series of connected events, but entirely separate incidents. Kyoko really is amazing. Although, when you think about it, she's almost too amazing. Like, it's almost unnatural how good she is at this.
I understand how an accomplice could be involved. But then, who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
I know.
That's problem numero uno right now.
The true killer manipulated Hifumi to carry out a number of actions, and in the end murdered him. In debates up until now, the way the case has unfolded. When you consider all that, there's really only one person who seems to fit. Let's go. Finally, I get to point fingers at you, bitch!
Here's my answer. It was Celeste.
So I'm the suspicious individual now, am I? I really do hate this kind of joke.
No, it's no joke. You did this.
A joke? I wonder.
So what you are saying, then, is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi.
Because he's easily manipulative. Well, not manipulative. He's easily manipulated. By you, specifically.
The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him, that I would go within 10 feet of that shit-brained, that lazy, worthless, goddamn idiot!
I knew this would happen.
Pardonnez-moi.
Just to be clear, there is evidence to support it.
Is that so?
It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the 2 of them.
Come on, just say it.
Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the 2 of you were working together.
What is that? What is it that only Hifumi and Celeste have in common? Encountering the suspicious individual.
I got it! The behavior they had in common has to do with the suspicious individual in the suit, doesn't it? The only ones who ever actually saw Robo-Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Shush. The adults are talking now.
Wow, really?
Sorry.
Wow, are you really gonna put up with his shit, Makoto? You solved most of this.
As he said, only Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes on the costumed individual. If we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
Are you saying everything they told us was a lie?
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct? And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said?
I saw a shadow, something moving around the top of the stairs.
We headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen.
Every single time it was her.
Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the third floor,
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
and when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said?
Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costumed man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared.
Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab,
This happened.
it was time for her partner to get to work.
Yep, that was Hifumi's scream. Huh? What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi! He's in the nurse's office! This is bad. Come on, we have to go back for the third time now!
It was to get us to divide into two groups. So that we would discover both bodies at the same time?
Dude, that's genius. Geniusly evil, but genius.
In fact, Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
Yet again. Then why don't we split up into two groups? I'll lead the hunting party. That seems much more interesting. Very well, then Makoto and Hina, you come with me to the nurse's office. I will leave the capture of the suspicious individual to Toko, Byakuya, and Sakura.
Well, if Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events suddenly become connected.
That's true.
And on top of that piercing cry of yours early on. That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it?
Ooh.
It was your way of telling him, we're on the third floor, everything's going according to plan. Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
Damn.
I just realized another strange thing. When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be
Wow,
dead.
rude. I'm sorry, I'm talking to a really large-like vehicle just passed blazing by my street, made a lot of noise. You're probably gonna hear it. Rude. I certainly was not expecting this. I did not imagine that Hifumi would be murdered.
Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered.
Oh.
You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
I don't believe it! Everything! The whole thing was one big act!
I'm still gonna say it. It's genius. I don't care what anyone says.
Hina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Yeah. I was feeling kinda sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom.
Oh.
Wait! Then that was...
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Ouch.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed.
I agree with you.
Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
I have no idea what you mean.
Yeah, keep on the facade.
Don't bother trying to deny it. You made one fatal mistake.
Oh, did I?
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but
What?
looking back, I can say that one little slip-up was your undoing.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
Let's see what she said. They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. We're all going to die here. We're going to die just like those guys died.
I remember her saying that too, but I don't understand what's so strange about it.
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover Taka's body in the
Oh,
equipment room.
how did she? What? She didn't know.
Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed. So Sakura and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the four of us headed to the nurse's office.
She never saw Taka's body.
Now, the entire time we were together,
Yes.
none of us said anything about Taka being dead. Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Although I don't really get what it means.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
Damn. Byakuya said that Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. But what is he alluding to? Another non-stop debate? I thought this was fucking obvious. Ian book. Huh? Okay. That's gonna be interesting.
All I said was, they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened.
Let me just see what... Each student has their own handbook. It is believed that no handbooks were involved in carrying out the murders this time. Okay.
They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died.
It has to be this.
And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it, what was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Got it.
All I said, they must really be enjoying the sight of us. They must be. We are all going to die. We are going to die, just like those guys.
There we go.
That's right. There's no reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys died. When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall. So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
So how did you know, Celeste?
How did you know?
How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys? Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right?
Oh, yes.
So she could have been dead too.
Oh, God.
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Imaginations.
Ooh.
You claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw. Then what about the picture I took?
What a
How
coincidence.
do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
What a coincidence. What are the two people connected to this picture?
It has to be some kind of setup, right? So let's put the suit on, and then she used the camera's timer to set up the picture.
Dude, only you fit in that suit. That is a problem.
Have you so quickly forgotten? You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit. Plus, I happen to know that this particular camera does not have a timer. In other words, it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away. If everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture exist?
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
What could you possibly mean by that?
Okay.
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
No, there is no other explanation.
Don't you try to like outwit Kyoko. You'll lose. Other explanations? If it wasn't a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away, the only other possibility is... Oh god, I've been drinking? No. Oh!
I got it!
Oh!
It's not a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
Oh, get God!
That's certainly within the realm of possibility. The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit.
Who's drugged?
We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around. And the strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther. If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Damn.
Such a thing is utterly impossible.
Why?
Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
Celeste thinks she can prove that there's no way Hifumi was dragging the suspect away. But is that really possible? You're getting desperate, Celeste! Let's see what this conversation boils down to.
Dressed me up in that suit after I passed out! Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight! You tried to make me look like the bad guy!
Oh, nice.
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Then the fortune-telling idiot is the culprit after all!
No way!
Oh, really? No, that's not right. There's definitely a contradiction in what Celeste is trying to claim.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out!
Ah, the costume! It can't bend.
As you can see in the picture, if the person inside, there's no way they could stand up.
It can't bend! Screw you! You fell to the same mistake twice!
No. Even if the person inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that, because that Robo-Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
You totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
That's right! They totally made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist.
I'm not so sure that was a mistake.
Really?
I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
Really? Okay, that's a surprise. Oh.
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hiro into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing.
Oh, I get it. So he was unconscious, but he was standing up, and they put his arms around Hifumi just to make it look like he was being dragged away. Clever.
The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
You're not enjoying this.
Well then, I suppose this is checkmate.
Oh, she's losing it. She's losing it.
Don't make me laugh, you idiot! What do you mean, checkmate? Celeste? Clearly, you want to cram me into your little guilty box. Well, there's one little problem.
Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying?
Hey, Hifumi, who was it? Who attacked you? Who tried to kill you? Who killed me? That's right. I remember their name. Yeah, Yasu.
When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not?
What's wrong with your voice? It sounds a lot higher than before.
He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro.
In other words, Yasuhiro Hakakure!
Jesus.
But my name isn't really Yasuhiro! It's actually Taro!
Shut up!
Your confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only making things more complicated.
He did say Yasuhiro, but are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
What?
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
Damn.
Kyoko, what do you mean by that?
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us.
Okay.
How did he refer to each of us?
He said people's last names.
I got it! That's right, our last names. He called us all by our last names.
Mr. Naegi.
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Naegi more than once, for example. So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure.
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his first name. Indecent?
Indecent.
Don't talk.
Thank you.
Random chance. Now isn't that a convenient explanation?
It always is.
No. There's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal. But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone here.
Well, no. Hold on.
There's?
There's one person it could apply to, and that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
Oh.
What did you just say? To think you'd take your false accusation so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit! Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather! Yasuhiro is a loser's name! Do I look like a loser to you?
Oof.
Well, do I?
Yeah, you've lost it.
What? I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Oh.
Make sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up!
God, this breakdown is hilarious.
My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
Celeste still won't give up, so then I have to do something to make her accept it. The handbook! Oh my god, they're tying the handbook into this like that? That's awesome!
Hifumi was trying to tell us something.
Oh, I don't have
Wanted
much
us
time
to
left.
know the killer's last name. Yasuhiro.
Yeah, that's true.
If there's one person here who might have that last name.
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
How many times do I have to tell you? My name is...
Yeah, you've...
Celestia Ludenberg, god damn it!
Even the text is
How long do you
upside
plan
down.
to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way to contradict...
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
Thank you, Makoto.
That's it. The handbook.
What?
Oh, yes.
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right?
Oh, again, sorry.
Monokuma told us all about it before.
This handbook is absolutely vital to a healthy school life, so don't lose it! When you start it up, it will display your name. Always make sure you have the right one. Now, this is not your everyday notebook. It has so many more uses than that.
So all we have to do is check her handbook, and that'll clear up everything.
Yep.
That's how we can find out Celeste's real name.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
Celeste, can you please just tell us what really happened? Please, just tell us.
Oh.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up.
Yeah, because you're the ultimate gambler, right? Yeah, it's part of your nature.
Because...
Yep, you're losing it.
Until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
Fine then. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case
Let's
again,
go.
from the beginning, and shed light on all your crimes.
Let's do this.
And that'll bring everything to an end.
Oh, guys, you guys won't be able to hear the music, but that's okay, I guess. Closing argument. Oh, yes. Alright. Be right back. Alright, I think we've got them all. Let's see. Please be right.
The killer is you! Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder. And that person was
Yes! This was the only one I had, like, real doubts.
Hifumi. With an accomplice, the killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes. First, they convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning.
Yep.
That
KO.
someone they met with was Hiro. The murderous duo intended to pass Hiro off as the prime suspect. So when they met up with him, they drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit. Next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo-Justice was attacking them, while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault. They did
Nice.
all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro. When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker. And then finally, at 6 a.m., they moved into the murder phase of their plan. They called Taka to the equipment room.
Boom.
And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder. The murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room. The reason Hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crimes.
Damn.
So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims, to solidify Robo-Justice as the suspect.
Yep.
First fake incident was the attack in the rec room.
Against Celeste.
There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1 and the Robo-Justice pictures they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story. The second fake incident was the attack in the library. This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2 and an injured Hifumi to sell us that story. With these 2 incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds that the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did.
Yep.
We fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that. But
Oh god, I thought I got it wrong for a second.
while we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office.
Leaving him alone was the worst thing you could have done.
This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for.
What
Took
the
a blood
fuck?
packet from the refrigerator and Justice Hammer 3 and turned the room into a crime scene in which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered. He let out a scream to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi. We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation.
Man, we're so dumb.
He simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office. And once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room.
Nice,
He
so far
wrapped
so good.
Taka's body in a tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository. That explains how each of the bodies disappeared.
Sorry, I was checking out
But
something.
even Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act.
Yep. That one is true. Dead.
Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them.
Well, he was happy. I don't think he was gonna betray her, but whatever.
And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case. And the villain behind it all is...
Interesting.
Celeste! Sorry, you lose.
Complete. This class trial is over.
I lost? I lost? When was the last time I was forced to utter such words? They hang heavy around my neck.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor. I, Celestia Ludenberg. Actually, no. Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
Wow, that's actually a really cool name.
Kyoko?
So, you finally accepted it.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Oh, so this is your real voice.
Interesting.
So it's over. Man, this case was crazy. I did not expect that. Nice. Are you gonna give me mana coins? 118. Nice. I'll take it.
Okay, Monokuma. I'm ready to begin. Or, no, I suppose this is the end.
Aww.
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to vote. Okay? Okay.
Okay.
If you would, please locate your lever and cast your vote. And when the votes are tallied, who will become the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
God, I called so much of this case that I'm not even surprised, but at the same time, it leaves a bitter taste in your mouth. It's just... We probably knew this girl would kill someone. She's the type of person to do that, but... God, just like this. It's basically a formality at this point, but once again, you're totally correct! The blackened this time, the true killer who devised the whole stinking scheme was... Celestia Ludenberg! Or more precisely, Taiko Yasuhiro!
Honestly,
I lost. Well, that sucks. I guess trying to work with someone else was a mistake after all. Hifumi's ineptitude was beyond all my calculations.
I knew it.
So you really did approach Hifumi with this plan. But how did you get him to agree? I can imagine he would have happily agreed to commit murder. I'm sure she relied on her specialty, lying. My specialty? Don't make me laugh. I didn't have to lie to get him to agree.
So then...
Then... Oh god, then did you use... you know. I knew you'd figure it out, Kyoko. You're absolutely right. To get Hifumi to act as my accomplice,
indeed.
I used her. You bitch, it was you! It was you! That's why she was gone! For everyone who's still left, I'll avoid mentioning it by name, but it was the one thing Hifumi and Taka were both super into. Does she mean... Is she talking about alter ego?
Say what?
What? What are you talking about?
Just a second.
Don't interrupt. We're in the middle of a very important conversation here. I'm totally out of the loop as usual. How sad. This is so sad.
In other words...
Then you're the one who stole it?
Indeed.
That's right.
I see.
And you use it to drag Hifumi into the plan you come up with. Right again. Last night, after we had our meeting about how it disappeared, I paid Hifumi a little visit. What are you doing here?
Actually,
I was hoping I could talk to you, alone. It is about what was stolen. I know who did it.
what? Are you okay with
It
this?
was Taka. He stole it. What?
So
And I
then...
have proof. Would you like to see it? As it turned out, I'd find a use for the digital camera. I'd taken you know what to Taka's room earlier and took pictures of it there. I deleted the picture as soon as I'd shown to Hifumi, of course.
Damnation!
So it was him. But how did he do it? She was supposed to yell if either of us got close to her. You are correct, for which is why Taka forced me to steal it.
Say what?
As for me...
Please forgive me. He threatened me.
Oh.
He did.
As for me...
He came to my room last night unannounced, and then it's hard for me to even say. Oh God, she said that?
What?
Wow, really? You're using that card? And he took pictures. He said if I did not do as he asked, he would show them to everyone. So I had no choice.
Damnation!
That's a crime, an absolute crime. I knew he'd got a little crazy, but
Say what?
I never imagined he would go that far. What the fuck, man? What's wrong with you? It was amazing how completely you bought it. I can't express how enjoyable that was. I'm about to say something I've never said before in my life. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to fucking kill him.
Most unfortunate.
Wait, please. If you go now, you will be playing right into his hands. Huh?
Actually...
Taka is planning to use her to escape. And he has made you his target.
What?
Escape? You don't mean... Taka is going to try to kill you. What?
Indeed.
And also he can keep her to himself. That bastard. Bastard.
Honestly.
Can we allow him to continue with his barbaric acts? Absolutely not. How could I? She...
I swear, I will save her!
I love the voice changes with this guy.
Actually...
Then, would you like to come join me? It just so happens I have come up with a plan. Huh? I have devised a way to reclaim what he has stolen and escape this dreadful school. And with that, it is complete. Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, nothing. Hifumi agreed without a second thought. The effect that item had on him was remarkable. The power of love. Even a love as twisted as that can still drive people mad, it would seem. You disgust me. Thanks. You put into words what I had. What I just said.
I see.
I have another question for you. Was that strange costume Hifumi's creation?
Indeed.
Yeah, it was a real pain in the butt too. All I asked him to do was make something to hide the face and general body size. I had no idea it'd make something like that. But it's my fault for picking him in the first place.
But...
So why'd you decide to make me the suspect? Because you're stupid. Thank you. That's it?
Let's see...
And in that regard, I made the right choice. I'm so glad your stupidity surpassed my every expectation. Life must have been tough on your parents, though. Wow! Wow! Rude! I feel like I could cry.
Well,
But when you were explaining your plan to Hifumi, how did you explain the part about him playing dead? What she's asking is, what was Hifumi supposed to do after that, assuming you had actually let him live?
Are you okay with this?
That's simple. After he did his part and pretended to be dead, once someone showed up, I told him to say he had been seriously wounded and he was on the verge of death, but he just barely held on. And you really believed that? Well, of course, that wasn't all there was to it. As I explained it to Hifumi, the plan was, while you were all questioning him about what had happened to him, I was going to murder someone else. At that point, Hifumi would have an alibi, so nobody could doubt him. I told him that, and he believed it. It all seems very straightforward, stereotypical. I just matched the lie to the level of the opponent. In fact, Hifumi ate it up. He believed the lie wholeheartedly, right up until the moment of his death.
So in the end...
So you had planned to kill him all along! But of course, There would have been no point to my plan if the one who pretended to be dead did not end up dead himself.
What the heck?
How can human life mean so little to you?
Well,
That's a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win.
Don't be mean!
Now you sound like Byakuya!
I wonder about that.
No, he derives his pleasure from the thrill of the hunt. In that aspect, we are nothing like.
Why?
Then, what made you take things this far?
What the heck?
Was it really just for money?
Hmm.
Are you talking about the $10 million Monokuma offered us? There is a lot of money, it's true. But that's not all there is to it. From the moment our new life here began, my only thought has been escape.
But
all along you've been saying how we have to accept living here.
You little bitch!
Obviously that was a lie.
Hey!
I couldn't take it. I hated it from day one. More than anyone else in here.
You little bitch!
I wanted to get out. Every day was fresh torture. And you want to know why? Huh?
This is fine.
Because I had a dream. And accepting your life here would have meant nothing less than giving up on my dream forever.
Honestly.
And there was no way I could ever do that. In the underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make a metaphorical killing.
As for me,
And it was all for that dream. And what was this dream of yours?
isn't it wonderful?
To live in an European castle. Wait, what? A castle? I mispronounced it. A castle? And to gather handsome men from all over the world to serve as my butlers/bodyguards. I was going to make them dress up like vampires and satisfy my every need. Once I obtained that, I would have created a perfectly aesthetic world of decadence.
This is fine.
Living the rest of my life, there was my only dream, my only goal. And that's what life is all about. Combined with my own winnings, Monokuma's $10 million would have made that dream a reality. I got right to the edge, but
There is nothing to be done.
unfortunately my dream has been scattered to the wind. Still, I don't have any regrets. I pursued my dream to the very end, so why would I?
Just the worst.
You sound so passionate, but you were really able to kill your own friends for it.
Oh,
Are you asking me to feel guilty? That's a pointless endeavor. I think nothing of sacrificing others for my own ends. I feel nothing.
do you understand?
That's all there is to me. That's what makes me complete. Isn't it terrifying how different our values are? There's simply no room for understanding.
What is this?
That's what we should be saying! And plus, how can you be so calm? Don't you realize you're about to die? Why aren't you scared? My ability to lie is unrivaled, and I take pride in that. It's not just other people. I can even fool my own emotions. The conscious deceives the unconscious. And that's why you're not scared?
Yes, indeed.
That's right. I don't fear death. Kill me however you like. But you know, if I could be reincarnated, if I had a choice then,
Isn't it wonderful?
I think I would like to come back as Mahi Antoinette.
hey,
You'd just get executed again. Celeste smiled then, and when she did, it looked to me like a poor effort to force it. She claimed she could fool her own feelings, but that statement itself must have been her final lie, and that weak fake smile is what betrayed her.
Chills!
You all done? Okay then, let's get rolling. The blackened disturb the peace and must pay the price.
Now then, I prepared a very special
Punishment for her, the ultimate gambler.
Let's give it everything we've got.
It's punishment time!
I guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this.
What?
What?
This is...
Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way. Which is why... Actually, it's not important.
What are we going to... What were you going to say? Please tell me! Don't do this!
Well then, take care, everyone.
Wow, she accepts her death like a hero. Or a hero... whatever. The point is, she did nasty stuff, but... I respect her composure.
Perhaps we'll meet again. In another life.
I respect her composure. Here we go, execution time. Again. Celeste has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. Her. So let's see what we have this time. Oh. Oh, a castle. Oh, just like your dream, huh? But that's a lot of Monokumas. The burning of the Versailles Which... Oh, I know what this is. Oh, she's gonna burn alive. Can't say it's a pleasant way to go. Then again, most executions are meant for the person who's suffering it to feel pain, so I guess this all plays out like he wanted. Yeah, she's losing it. You can see it. And at the same time, it's like, yeah. What the fuck, really? A fire truck? Oh. Oh, okay. Ouch. Good job, Monokuma. I knew I could count on you. That punishment did a 180 really quickly. It's over. The third execution is over. Celeste's death is over. Celeste killed my friend, so I can't pity her, but I also can't deny that at one point I considered her a friend too. And for him to just come along and... Isn't it just awful? Someone couldn't cut free of their regrets from the outside world, and so more people had to die.
Extreme!
You guys are still young. You need to place more value on your lives.
What are you gonna do?
Jeez, and here I thought you guys were gonna pass the torch of hope to the next generation.
Let me out of here!
What do I care about hope? I'll throw it in the trash if you just let me out of here.
Too bad.
You're all the embodiment of hope, whether you like it or not. And it's my destiny to knock you down one by one. It's sad, yes it is, but that reality just can't be avoided. Don't talk like you're not responsible. How long are you gonna make us keep going through this? What do you want from us?
How strange.
God, I'm so sick of people asking me that. Give it a rest already. So anyway, Kyoko, did I see you get some kind of key type object from Celeste?
Hey!
So, what's the deal with that?
What?
Huh? What's the matter?
So then,
I'll answer your question if you answer mine.
you...
What did you do? What did you do to me?
Ooh.
What?
Hey,
Answer me. What did you do to my body? Oh! Are we? Oh! Oh man! Oh jeez! Oh man! Oh jeez! What do you mean? What did I do? I have no idea. I don't know anything about it. What was that just now? The mastermind did something to Kyoko's body. What does that mean?
Hello.
Okay, things are getting kinda awkward. I think it's about time I got out of here.
Well?
Meanwhile, you guys can go on enjoying your school life. If you get lonely, give me a shout. Not that I'll do anything about it, of course.
See ya later.
See ya! So that's what she was researching, huh? Monokuma disappeared, leaving us all depressed and in despair. Although, it wasn't all despair. There was one small hope. Hey Kyoko, Monokuma already mentioned it, but... What's that key that Celeste gave you?
so...
Most likely. It's the key to one of her dressing room lockers.
Huh?
What? Then that means... Celeste probably hid it in there.
Hey,
I suppose sometimes it's easiest to miss what's right beneath your nose. Well then, we'd better go check.
Indeed.
Good idea. We left the courtroom and rushed to the dressing room. As we approached the dressing room, Kyoko looked back at us and said,
Hey,
I'm going to go on alone from here. Everyone else head to the dining hall. I'll check in with you later.
What?
Why exactly are you going alone?
so...
Do you even have to ask? As she spoke, she glanced quickly at the surveillance camera.
Come on.
That's not what I mean. Why you? There's still the risk of a spy, you know. Then I'll go too.
What?
You? Please, let me go. Sitting here arguing is just going to draw more attention to us.
Goodbye.
Do whatever you want. Thank you, Byakuya.
Well then.
And it's up to you now.
Yo!
I'm gonna go to the dining hall, okay? Huh? So Makoto and Kyoko are gonna go together? Does that mean what I think it means?
Okay.
Good luck, Makoto. Girls like her are total pushovers when you show a little backbone. Oh my god, are you kidding me, Aoi? I tried to forget what Hina said. Everyone headed to the dining hall, leaving me and Kyoko there alone.
Shall we go?
Well, shall we? Yeah.
So then,
We need to get into that locker. Kyoko took the key Celeste had given her and unlocked the locker. And as the locker swung open, we saw...
You're really cool.
Good morning! It's been a while, hasn't it? It's safe, thank goodness. I had never heard Kyoko sound so relieved. It was like she was speaking from the bottom of her heart. I did just what Celeste asked. I didn't say a word. I stayed quiet the entire time.
So,
Oh, and I think I might be able to open the last set of files soon. Maybe as early as tomorrow. I'm doing my best, so please wait just a while longer. So, now we can officially say the case is closed. As far as this incident is concerned, sure, but... Can we take a second? Since we have this opportunity, I want you to be honest with me. Kyoko, please tell me. What are you trying to do all on your own here at the school? Is that why you wanted to come here with me?
however...
Regardless, that's not something you need to know. I don't need to know. That just makes me even more worried.
What?
Worried? Like what happened during the investigation this time? You disappeared and we didn't see you again. Without warning, without explanation? And when you do that...
Indeed.
It's only natural that you think I'm the mastermind spy, right? And you too. No! I believe in you.
What?
You believe in me? Isn't it obvious? People believe in their friends, right? That's why I want you to tell me. I want you to believe in me too. Because we're friends. I understand.
It's true.
Then maybe I can believe in you. Just a little bit more. Then...
That's fine.
Fine, I'll tell you. I'll tell you why I've been disappearing and where I've been going. You see? Okay, this is important. What I heard from Kyoko then was... Well, frankly, it kind of blew my mind. Right after I told Kyoko I believe in her, she told me a story that was, well, almost unbelievable. I decided I had to confirm what she told me with my own two eyes, so I waited for nighttime to come. And when it did, I went into action. What am I still doing? This is still chapter 3! The boys' bathroom on the second floor doesn't have a surveillance camera or monitor on it. And in the storage closet there, way in the back. She said it was way in the back of the boys' bathroom storage closet, but could Kyoko really be right about this? Alright, that one, right? What am I going to find? I'm actually kind of scared. I've been here before. It's just a normal storage closet as far as I can tell. The secret Kyoko told me about, could it really be hidden here? What is she talking about? Wait a minute. She said it was way in the back of the storage closet, but I mean seriously? Without thinking, I placed my hand on the back of the storage closet, and suddenly, as if I were being yanked in. At the same time as I heard that sound, I fell through the wall. I had no idea what was going on. You made too much noise, Makoto. I had fallen through the back of the storage closet. Huh? It turned out, the back wall was like a revolving door, and I'd made my way to the other side. Just like Kyoko had said.
Correct.
In the boys' bathroom on the second floor, there's the storage closet. And way in the back of that closet, there's a secret room. What? That's crazy! So this is the secret room. What's in here? I'm kinda curious myself. What am I looking at? There's a bunch of files and what look like volume after volume of yearbooks. They're all covered in dust. Looking at everything, one file at the edge of the bookshelf caught my eye. Hope Speak Academy Student Registry? This is the only thing in here not covered in dust. Has someone been looking at it recently? I slipped the file into my hand. but before I had a chance to take a look at it, a slip of paper fell out of the file and I turned my attention to it. What's this? You must not leave. That's kind of weird. I couldn't understand if it said I can't leave, but you must not leave? What is this? My head feels funny. This strange sensation. It's like deja vu. Those words, you must not leave. I've seen them somewhere before, but I can't quite remember. What do I know? What don't I know? Oh god! Oh, that's not good! A strange sound rang out through my head. It felt like it was shaking my brain back and forth, and then darkness. I don't understand what's happening. I don't know what started it. It's all over. And with that, I opened my eyes. I didn't know how long it had been. Oh! It's all gone. Ow. Apparently something hit me and I lost consciousness. That's all I understood. The dull, throbbing pain in my head proved that much at least. They're all gone! An empty bookshelf. Empty? Gone. It's all gone! The yearbooks, the student registry, and even the note that had fallen on the floor. It's all gone? What does this mean? But my brain refused to do any more work. The insistent pain in my head began to spread across the rest of my body. For now, I should go back to my room. Get some rest. My body was heavy with pain, my mind heavy with thought. I dragged myself back toward my room. Somehow I made it back to the first floor of the school. The further I walked, the more I felt things are getting blurry. Can't see in front of me. I couldn't stop myself from collapsing right there. And after that... Huh? What is that? As if from a vast distance I heard a sound. It was faint but undeniable. That sound. It's coming from the gym? As I desperately hauled my shaky frame toward the gym, the sound got stronger and stronger. Jesus. What is happening? What's going on? It can't be nothing. Here in the gym? Wow, this chapter... Okay. What is happening? I didn't make a sound as I opened the door to the gym. The sounds coming from inside, meanwhile, only intensified that much more. What is happening? Oh! Oh damn! She challenged Monokuma? Before there raged the battle beyond anything humanly possible. No, one side's not human, that's for sure, but regardless, I couldn't stop staring. I forgot to move or even breathe.
Why, you? What do you think you're doing? I asked you a question. What's the meaning of this?
What is happening?
How dare you defy me? This wasn't part of the deal!
Huh? The deal?
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Who's talking? That's not Sakura.
Okay, but you do realize what will happen if you go through with this, right? You haven't forgotten, have you? What I'm holding hostage?
What? What am I looking at? What am I hearing? A hostage? Then could it be the mastermind spy is... Next Generation Legends Dental Galactic Hero, Chapter 3, the end. What did I just witness? I'm speechless. Shit just got cranked up to 11 really quickly, and I don't know how to respond. I wish I could say something else, but frankly, this is all I'm good for right now. Wow, okay, that was definitely not Sakura, by the way. Her voice was a little different. But still, that secret room... I feel like we're beginning to understand what's really happening. I feel like that, at least. Anyways, I guess we're gonna leave for now. God, I've been here for over 2 hours. Yeah, easily 2 hours. I'm tired. I've wasted more energy on this than I thought I would. But anyways, it's over. Thank you all so much for watching, guys. If you like this video, consider leaving a like and subscribing if you are new to the channel. If you want to get notified of future uploads like this one, hit that little notification bell. You know what to do. If you want to join my Discord server, link in the description as well. And until next time, guys, peace!